We're also looking for opportunities for Singapore and Indonesia to work more closely with Malaysia. So for instance, towards renewing the Singapore-Johor Rail Island, we used to call this Sejori. We have bilateral projects like the Nongsa Digital Park in Batam, the Kendal Industrial Park in Central Java. These projects have continued to flourish, and we are also seeing good prospects for further growth, especially in the digital and green economy. This is a partnership which I believe can deliver tremendous benefits to all three countries. Indonesia has got vast potential in the energy space, solar, geothermal, hydroelectric. In fact, I see Indonesia as a superpower in energy. We believe that Indonesia's economic development, Indonesia's plentiful energy potential, in fact, will also complement Singapore's role as a regional hub for technology and for infrastructure financing. And again, this will be another very meaningful way of synergy between our two countries.
On industrial cooperation, we will build on the success of Batam, Bintan Karimun, and Kendal Industrial Park, and explore the expansion of joint sustainable industrial zones.
Sementara itu, Presiden Rusia Vladimir Putin menegaskan komitmen kuat negaranya mendukung program nuklir sipil Iran. Rusia tetap akan mendukung operasional pembangkit listrik tenaga nuklir meskipun ada ketegangan geopolitik yang melanda kawasan Timur Tengah.
Rusia siap memberikan dukungan bagi pengembangan energi nuklir yang damai di Iran. Presiden Rusia Vladimir Putin menegaskan komitmen kuat negaranya untuk mendukung program nuklir sipil Iran. Putin mengungkapkan bahwa lebih dari 200 ahli nuklir Rusia akan terus bekerja di pembangkit listrik tenaga nuklir atau PLTN Bushehr yang terletak di selatan Iran yang dibangun oleh perusahaan negara Rusia Rosatom. Rusia dengan tegas tetap akan mendukung operasional pembangkit tersebut meski ada ketegangan geopolitik yang melanda kawasan Timur Tengah.
Доверяют нам в полном объеме и не без основания доверяют, потому что мы, во-первых, никогда не нарушали никаких договоренностей, во-вторых, мы продолжаем мирные ядерные программы в Иране, построили уже Бушер, который работает, и продолжаем строить.
Serangan udara Amerika Serikat dan Israel dalam beberapa bulan terakhir diklaim telah menghantam sejumlah fasilitas nuklir Iran. Namun Iran membantah. Iran mengatakan rantai pasokan nuklir negara tersebut masih utuh, meski Amerika berulang kali menargetkan kawasan yang diyakini memproduksi senjata nuklir.
Kondisi pemimpin tertinggi Iran Mojtaba Khamenei terus membaik, di mana Mojtaba pun telah memberikan perintah kepada pasukannya untuk tidak menyerah kepada lawannya.
Konflik antara Amerika Serikat, Israel, dan Iran telah berlangsung selama 2 bulan. Pulihnya pemimpin tertinggi Iran yang baru, Mojtaba Khomeini, membuat kondisi di Timur Tengah semakin memanas. Sejumlah media di Iran mengabarkan setelah pulih, Mojtaba menggelar rapat. Kepastian pulihnya Mojtaba juga dikonfirmasi Presiden Iran, Masoud Pezeshkian.
ما خدمت رهبر عزیزم رسیدیم. نزدیک 2 ساعت و نیم هم خدمتشون گفتگو داشتیم. اولا باید خدمت شما بگم نگاه ایشون، نوع برخورد ایشون واقعا یه انسانی بود صمیمی و متواضعانه. از یه رهبر آدم یه چنین برخوردی به آدم بکنه.
Rencananya, Mojtaba akan segera muncul ke publik untuk menyampaikan pidato perdananya. Informasi ini sekaligus menepis klaim Amerika Serikat yang menyatakan Iran sudah tidak memiliki pemimpin lagi.
Sementara itu, pemirsa, Benjamin Netanyahu juga meyakini pemimpin tertinggi Iran, Mojtaba Khamenei, masih hidup meski kondisinya belum diketahui dengan pasti. Namun Netanyahu menyebut kekuasaan Mojtaba tidak sebesar ayahnya.
Any guidance on what those opinions are?
I have opinions on my opinions too, but I'm not going to share them here either.
Understood. Understood. What about the second front of this conflict, which is Lebanon, but not Lebanon, it's Hezbollah? Is that near an end? Is that a war that is nearing an end? And has Israel achieved its strategic and tactical goals against Hezbollah?
Hezbollah had 150,000 ballistic missiles and rockets before the war. 150,000. That's the densest concentration of these projectiles on the planet. And they were all aimed to destroy our cities, not only to harass the north of the country with rockets, but to destroy our cities, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, Haifa, you name it, with ballistic missiles that come raining down. You know, each one has half a ton or a ton of explosives, and they come down. It's like a bus coming down with amazing speed, and the destruction is terrible. We destroyed the bulk of that. We destroyed about more than 90% of that. But that still leaves them with thousands of rockets and some ballistic missiles. And that's still a big issue. They still hold Lebanon hostage. Hezbollah is basically a proxy of Iran. Iran holds Lebanon. We have no quarrel with Lebanon. We can make peace with Lebanon.
Sementara itu, Presiden Amerika Serikat Donald Trump tegaskan militer Iran telah kalah. Trump juga mengklaim Iran sudah tidak memiliki pemimpin lagi. Pernyataan yang disampaikan dalam wawancaranya di salah satu media di Amerika Serikat.
Well, they're militarily defeated. In their own minds, maybe they don't know that, but I think they do because I deal with them. And we cannot ever let Iran have a nuclear weapon. But they are militarily defeated. They have no Navy. They have no Air Force. They have no anti-aircraft weaponry. They have no radar. They have no leaders. Their leaders are gone. The first set, the A team is gone, the B team is gone, and part of the C team is gone. But I think we're dealing with people that have a certain power. It's very interesting because, you know, they make a deal and then they break it, then they make a deal, they break it. It's a difficult group, but from a military standpoint, I mean, if we left today, it would take them 20 years to rebuild. We'll get that at some point, whatever we want. We have it surveilled. You know, I did a thing called Space Force, and they are watching that if somebody walked in, they can tell you his name, his address, the number of his badge. No, we have that very well surveilled. If anybody got near the place, we will know about it, and we'll blow them up. We'll blow them up. They are defeated, but that doesn't mean they're done. We could go in for 2 more weeks and do every single target. We have certain targets that we wanted to, and we've done probably 70% of them. But we have other targets that we could conceivably hit. But even if we didn't do that, you know, that would just be final touches. But even if we didn't do that, it would take them many years to rebuild. We cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon because they're crazy. We cannot let them have access to nuclear. Obama did it. If I didn't terminate the Iran nuclear deal, they would have had it, and they would have used it on Israel and the Middle East right now, and maybe beyond. You know, they actually had rockets that you saw that the other day that could reach Europe. They would have used it 100%. And by the way, not 50% or 100% they would have used.
Hingga kini Amerika Serikat dan Iran belum mencapai kesepakatan damai. Presiden AS Donald Trump memperingatkan Iran untuk segera menandatangani perjanjian damai dan mengancam jika tidak segera dilakukan maka Iran akan mendapatkan serangan besar dari Amerika Serikat.
Yeah, it is. They trifled with us today. We blew them away. They trifled. I call that a trifle. I'll let you know when there's no ceasefire. You won't have to know. If there's no ceasefire, you're not going to have to know. You're just going to have to look at one big glow coming out of Iran. And they better sign their agreement fast.
Juru bicara Kementerian Luar Negeri Iran, Ismail Bagei, mengejek ancaman serangan nuklir AS terhadap Iran. Melalui akun resmi media sosial X-nya, Bagei mengatakan bahwa ancaman tersebut aneh. Lantaran Amerika Serikat mengklaim menginginkan perdamaian, namun solusi yang ditawarkan justru sebuah ancaman serangan. Unggahan tersebut juga disertai cuplikan film satir anti perang karya Kubrick asal Amerika tahun 1964, di mana film tersebut menceritakan tentang peluncuran serangan nuklir yang tak disengaja terhadap Uni Soviet dan berusaha dihentikan Amerika Serikat namun gagal. Diketahui kini Amerika dan Iran mulai saling serang. Di tengah gencatan senjata, AS kembali menyerang Iran. Dan militer Iran pun membalas serangan tersebut dengan rudal dan drone.
Usai Trump menyatakan ketidakpuasannya terhadap penolakan proposal damai oleh Iran, kapal selam nuklir Amerika Serikat dilaporkan muncul ke permukaan. Media Gibraltar GBC melaporkan kapal selam USS Alaska muncul ke permukaan di perairan Gibraltar akhir pekan kemarin. Kemunculan kapal selam dari kelas Ohio ini dikawal ketat Angkatan Laut Kerajaan Inggris mengingat Gibraltar merupakan daerah di bawah otoritas Inggris. Bahkan Angkatan Laut Inggris menetapkan zona steril sejauh 200 meter hingga pemberitahuan lebih lanjut. Bertenaga nuklir, USS Alaska merupakan kapal selam rudal balistik yang telah beroperasi sejak tahun 1986. Kapal sepanjang 171 meter ini mampu membawa hingga 20 rudal balistik yang dilengkapi hulu ledak nuklir.